Welcome to Hood Champion Boxing and Sports. In boxing, you find a way to win or you find a way to lose. East versus West. You know what happened last time we had some East versus West beef? Somebody got popped. And I'm just telling you right now, if Suleiman and Turki al-Sheikh, if they start warring with each other, it ain't just going to be nobody getting popped. Somebody going to get blown up. There's going to be bombs going off around here. But let's understand what's happening, because everybody is starting to catch wind to the fact that there's a huge disconnect between Turki al-Sheikh and Mauricio Suleiman. And what it seems to be is it's all derived from Turki al-Sheikh wanting to be the captain of this boxing vessel. And he doesn't need co-captains. He doesn't need anybody on that vessel to try to advise him or tell him, sir, these are the conditions of the seas. This is the direction we need to go. This is the maintenance that's coming due. This is the maintenance that's overdue. These are the time compliance technical orders that we need to get done. Or we have a potentially grounded vessel here. Sir, we don't need to be out here on these waters. Turki al-Sheikh doesn't need anybody. He doesn't want anyone to tell him a damn thing. He wants you to do as told. But that's not what's happening. Now, we all know that Mauricio Suleiman came out here, man, and is forcing the mandatory David Benavidez on Bivol. Turki al-Sheikh doesn't want that. And you can understand why not, because he has his own plans. But this is the thing when it comes to Turki al-Sheikh. He wants the Beterbiev and Bivol trilogy. Now, I'm going to ask you, who wants to see Beterbiev and Bivol a third time? First fight was intriguing. Both of them were the best. They got in there. We didn't know who was going to win. Ebbs and flows. To me, Beterbiev out threw Bivol as a result. He ended up outlanding him in most of the rounds. But when Bivol let his hands go, he looked magnificent. But he just didn't do enough, so he lost his right to complain. He takes the L. Boom, rematch time. I still felt there were, like that round 3 through 6, I don't know what happened to Bivol. But anyway, he was able to recover, man, and his level of activity increased, and he fought to win, and he got the nod. Some people felt Bivol still lost. They felt he lost the second fight, and some felt that he won the first fight. I felt like he lost the first, and the second was close, but he did enough to win. But as far as a trilogy, look, Hood Champion ain't out here. I'm not out here breaking my neck, and I'm definitely not going to advocate for a trilogy. Would I watch it? Yeah, I mean, I like boxing. But that shit wasn't Gotti Ward. You know what I'm saying? That's not what that was. That wasn't no Pacquiao Marquez. You know what I'm saying? That's not what we watched. It was high IQ shit, contrasting styles. One guy who had fancy feet, able to combination punch and punch while moving, and that was Bivol. The other guys just kind of slow and plodding along, but once he got you in the line of sight and got you within range, he was letting them hands go and putting them beans on you. That was Beterbiev. But the bottom line is, I think I kind of agree with Mauricio Suleiman, where it's like, all right, man, nobody want to see that no more. Let's get some fresh blood in that ring. Get Benavidez in there and give him his opportunity. And let him fight for the undisputed. In my opinion, right now, everybody just wants to see something different. And if you give him Benavidez against Bivol, I think everyone is going to create that excitement that we all developed when we found out that Bivol and Beterbiev was on. That same sense of excitement, that same like, oh shit. Because now you got to sit here again like, who wins? Everybody was on the fence about Bivol Beterbiev. 2 fights, and I think people are still kind of on the fence. But I think the conclusion is, if Bivol can let his hands go for the first second of the first round to the last second of the last round, he'll paralyze Beterbiev because Beterbiev won't throw, and he can go on and win a decision. But if you slow down, Beterbiev will step on the gas, and he's looking to get you up out of there. Now, with David Benavidez against Bivol, you know there's history with sparring. You know Benavidez, man, can punch from the first second of the first round to the last second of the last round nonstop, and he punches hard. He punches in combination. But he also comes straight forward. He has subtle defense that, you know, is very deceiving. It looks like he's not doing much, but he's not really getting hit as much as what we think. But he does get hit, but not as much as what you would think with a come-forward fighter like him. That's because he's letting his hands go. So although he's coming forward, he's giving his opponent something to think about. But what's interesting is Mauricio Suleiman, it sounds like he's developing a despise for Turki Al-Sheikh. And what cracks me up about it all is like, okay, things aren't quite going your way right now, Mauricio Suleiman. Now, the ring title is a joke. There's a business. No one should take that serious. But that's not what you were saying. Hold on, I'm about to sneeze, man. Feel like I got a damn sneeze. But it wasn't saying anything negative about Turki Al-Sheikh, about the ring, anything dealing with the East. He wasn't saying nothing negative about them just recently. Remember, man, he had come out here and did this. Turki Al-Sheikh hailed by bringing boxing back to life after he wins the prestigious WBC award. Y'all remember that? Turki Al-Sheikh was named Boxing Man of the Year by the WBC, recognizing his transformative impact on the sport. As chairman of Saudi Arabia's General Entertainment Authority, Al-Sheikh has been a key figure in revitalizing boxing and hosting blockbuster events that have drawn global attention. Turki Al-Sheikh, the East. But now the West ain't trying to hear that. They're ready to run up on him and hit him up. What a joke, man. I tell you what, it's only going to get even more interesting, man, especially with this shit. We need to really pay attention to this right here. We keep talking about the WBC belt, IBF, WBO, WBA, the ring belt. This undisputed belt, I think that's really, when it comes to Turki Al-Sheikh, I think that's his bread and butter, man. I think everything with Turki Al-Sheikh is really boiling down to this, let me come back over here. It's going to boil down to his ring belt and an undisputed belt. I really think that's what Turki Al-Sheikh wants. To have in his league guys fighting for the ring belt and ultimately for the undisputed belt. So depending on the opponents who they get through, they'll end up being declared an undisputed champion, which of course would set aside all the other belts that really won't matter, because you'll have the best fighting the best and will determine who's the top dog in whatever divisions. But anyway, still don't see how you're going to pull all that off, but money talks and BS walks. Anyway, let's just hope these guys keep it on social media. No one takes it to the streets, and people don't start getting ran up on and getting blown up and shit, because this could get ugly real quick. Because we know when turkey's in the house, every day is Thanksgiving. Y'all keep cool. Shout out to the veterans, all 7 continents. But all joking aside, man, let Benavidez get in there and scrap somebody. Not no Caleb Smith. None of that. Man, Turkey don't want to bid on the fight because he wants Benavidez and Bivol both to recognize what he's been doing for the sport of boxing, especially for Bivol. Looking at Benavidez, go fight somebody else, let the trilogy happen, and then you can come out here and then you can get a piece of the pie. But what's interesting is, if David Benavidez takes step-aside money, then he wins, and they allow a trilogy. And then he can still do something and then come back and get and there's a guarantee for him to fight the winner of Bivol Beterbiev 3. That way, Bivol doesn't have to worry about getting stripped. Because if Bivol's like, I'm going to stay loyal to Turkey, this man has made me a multi-millionaire. You know what I mean? I'm sitting on close to $50 million now because of this guy. He made Mauricio Suleiman and say, okay, you siding with the East? All right, strip that damn WBC belt from his ass. Now he's no longer undisputed. You know how hard, we all know how hard it is to establish an undisputed champion. They finally did it at 175. It could have been done years ago, but we know there was politics there and WBC wasn't really trying to hear it. And I think this is another case. Now, when you look at it, now I'm thinking about it, Suleiman may just have it out for Bivol. I don't think he ever wanted Bivol to be the undisputed champion, because he threw Caleb Smith in the mix to fight Beterbiev and blocked Bivol from getting his opportunity. Bivol sat inactive for a while. Eddie Hearn couldn't do shit. Now you got it to where like Turki Al-Sheikh is just like, you know what? Y'all keep playing around. All right, I'm going to show you Eddie Hearn and Mauricio Suleiman and any other sanctioned bodies who want to play with me. Because, if that means that the promoters have to put their own money up. See, when Turki Al-Sheikh bids and puts his money up, nobody takes a risk. It's all on him. So he's like, all right, you guys go do it now. And Eddie Hearn can say what he wants. We were fine before Riyadh season in Turkey Al-Sheikh, boxing will be just fine after he's gone. Not necessarily. Will boxing continue to exist? Yes. Thrive, excel? No. Because that was one of the biggest complaints all those promoters had, was the money these fighters want and not being able to pay them what they want. And as a result, we weren't getting the fights that we wanted to see. Then Turkey Al-Sheikh just descended on us from the goddamn Saudi heavens and started blessing people with the paydays and just hemorrhage money into the sport of boxing, to where all these fights that would have never got made are getting made. So they can say what they want. If Turkey Al-Sheikh scales back and he goes 100% into his own league, yeah, we'll still get great fights, but it'll be the stuff that he's putting his money up for. But as far as all those other fights, them guys ain't gonna want to get in their ring for no damn 125,000, 250,000. When if they would have been working with Turkey Al-Sheikh, they're probably making $2 million. They ain't gonna do it. Then they got spoiled, man. But anyway, let's see if they can work it all out. Anyway, East Coast, West Coast. Somebody gonna get popped. They keep playing around out here in the breeze.